Hey guys, how's it going? It is the weekend. Yes, this is when I'm the loudest. This is when I'm the happiest. This is when all my energy is here. Despite the fact that I do love my job, I really do. I was having fun today. I wouldn't do it for free, but you know. Anyways, it's June 23rd. It's 5:49 p.m. I've got less than an hour now at this point. So I took my time coming home and spent a little of my allowance money and decided to eat out. Figured why not? Although I usually do that on Sunday, so we'll see. Maybe I'll actually yeah, I might change it around this week. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Yeah, yeah. Actually, my week is gonna be different this week. Yeah, it's gonna be weird this week. I don't see my son on Tuesday, but I got to get ready because I'm less than well, just over 6 days away from leaving. I'm looking forward to that. So, anyways, what is this all about? I started thinking about the bid boards again. I don't want to get into the mainline bid boards, but there was a time where I was getting into having bid boards for the locals. Now, as I look at what's basically the user list. Now, this is copies. This is, I believe it should be a copy here. Yeah. So it just shows me, and it is green. The reason why it's green is because I haven't modified it. But if I look in here, Jerry, it shows red, and the reason why it shows red is because you're not within the 24 hours of the same day or whatever the criteria is here to where you get to check in. You can sign up, but there's a check-in option. And it's going to be important because if the session begins, or actually, I shouldn't say that, within 30 minutes, basically, I check it once. I may check it again just before I start. But generally, within 30 minutes, that's kind of 30 minutes prior to a session is when I usually will take my last look and decide how many people we have and who's going to be assigned to what. And I'll make the final assignments at that point based on that. So what I mean by all that is, what are the assignments? So I can go into and I think I mentioned this in the forum post. So let me just take a look in here and see, because I believe I mentioned it in this post, and I don't want to start mentioning what's coming up in the post as opposed to what's going on. So right now we're at 2000 and darkness will soon fall. Once the 2 trains mentioned above are done, there isn't much locals to be done. What I plan on allowing to take place all night, simply building up blocks of cars in Selkirk, South Schenectady, and Syracuse. Again, this is something that involves some switching, so I don't want to have more than one person at it. There's going to be 2 basic categories here between what I will allow to have 2 people and what I won't. What I will allow 2 people to be able to do is the locals. Or sorry, not the locals. One could be doing the locals while another is doing a mainline switcher. There's a difference between those. The mainline switchers are simply going in and dealing with the I'm just going to go in and I'll show you what I mean. I believe I just need this for locations as well, so I'll go into the sim and go back to where we saved. Should take us at a frozen 8 p.m. And that's South Schenectady, actually. That's what we got on the board, 9 trains at the moment. B765 is the one that's here, so that'll be one of them. Or sorry, no, it isn't. I don't think that is B765. Actually, I never, did I ever assign a symbol to it? I did, maybe I didn't. What did I call this? B763. Why wasn't it there? Oh, I know why. Because it's currently under player. So you got B763, you got B765. Let me go ahead and take some screenshots here. And the reason why I'm doing this is basically that's the GC1 lift for this particular train here. So he's B763. Oops, I gotta go back to getting the clock back to frozen at 8. I saw stuff rotating around this. I thought, what the hell's that thing rotating? I was like, oh, the sun's... Okay. So that's that. That's... Now I want to go ahead and see what... Whereabouts is that train? Okay, he is up, further up ahead. I was kind of thinking he might be. He's down here now. I don't know how or what I would like to do a screenshot for. I could put one screenshot there. One screenshot there. One screenshot there. I'm not sure how much I want to be pushing into these screenshots or what. We'll see how much time I have. So, but for now, I'm going to do the basics, I guess. That's top end yard. So, okay. So, what I will do, assuming Jerry still wants to continue with the auto rack train, I am going to go into Run8. Actually, I'm going to go do a few things here. First off, I'm going to create a new document. Now see, there's the Selkirk project that says the Selkirk project space RJ1. So as soon as you start typing it, you know what it is. So in this case, what I want to do is add a new page. I think it's SAT for Selkirk Auto Terminal. So, all it does is Selkirk So this usually occurs at some point in the evening. So well after, got to get the train right. I'm not too sure exactly what train that was. It's a Q200, 200 even series train. That isn't it. Q232. So I'm going to change that to more than half a day. Q232 has arrived in the top end yard. So this is how you basically do articles, right? So SAT is a switcher that works Selkirk. Now this is something that I'm going to assign to Jerry, and I'll show you that how I do that in a minute. Just because he was working it last, I give it to him unless he wants to give it up. Then he just lets me know and I can unassign it. Or if he bids on something else that's available, then I understand that maybe he wants that instead. So Q232 has arrived at the top end yard. Power for this train moves into an available empty track at the west end. This will be the overnight westbound train. I forget what it is now. Let me see if I've got the numbers. Hopefully I do. It should be an odd. $273 River. Maybe it's not an overnight. I thought. Oh, here it is, right here. 285. 285. Okay, so the top end yard will contain quite a bit of extra auto racks from previous trains. Okay, so the top end yard will contain quite a bit of extra auto racks from previous trains. Normally, this means full empty or full loads coming in and out of SAT. Provided unloading is complete, the switcher can move into SAT and pull out all the empties. Those empties then get shoved in behind the Q285 power, and preferably, how do you spell that? Is this going to let me do it? There we go. An adjacent track. So, with that in mind, then I can go into my pictures. This time I'm going to, I'm going to drop and drag instead, and see if I done this a little bit better. Actually, no, that's not where I want it. Recent places. If I want that. Screenshots. Okay. Somewhere around there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's the last one. So last, second last, and yeah, something like that. Okay, here we go. So we want the last. How come it didn't, oh, there it is. I created the image myself. Well, I created this image myself, I guess, even though it's technically, yeah, I guess. Okay, so apply changes. Oh, I like doing that like that better. That is so much better. Wow. Well, we'll see what happens when I save that. It seemed like it did something different before, like how I used to add images, but I like that better. Not that big screen. Okay, so So once all the empties are out of SAT, the switcher can then bring in available loads to fill up the industry. Fill up the auto terminal from so again I'm going to this continues until all tracks are full west of the crossing. Okay, so since that worked out really good, I'm going to do it again. Maybe it's because I did the drag drop thing, huh? I don't like the graininess. Not sure why that's doing that, but let me do that one more time. I think that did it. I'm going to save the page. Hopefully this looks a little better than what it's summary. Save the page. Added a guide. So we're at 613 right now. Yeah, that looks good. Very nice. And that's how you create a document, guys. It's just as simple as that. Now, I won't get into the admin functions because I should be able to add them to the menus as well, but here's how I'm looking at this. if I was to go into that document right there, you can see there's a link to it. So everything is where it's at. It tells you basically how to do the job, pictures of what's in it, etc. So what I do there, and now there's going to be more work available, and I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to assign it, but what I do there is I take this, I copy that link, that's kind of weird how that did that. Now I go over to here, and I manage the session, and I go bid board. So I add a local. We'll see how this. So yeah, that is CSX, SAT. We don't know the lead unit. I can change all this actually. Actually, well, no, I'm not worried about the lead unit. I'm not worried about lead unit type, location, Selkirk, train length, all that other stuff. That doesn't matter. The call time, I believe, has to do with local time. So I'm going to leave it at 7 p.m. Allow conductor bid. I'm going to, for the sake of argument, leave it at no. And here's why I say this. I would prefer that people ask those that are in charge of the train whether or not they want a conductor. You know, basically ask to go to another channel. I mean, it's not that busy. You can do it on channel 0. But just ask if they can ride along, or ask if they can help, or something like that. Now, don't get offended if they say no. There's plenty of AI trains. There's plenty of other things. And I'm willing to help others and show people and all that other stuff. I don't mind doing that. But I'm going to leave this allow conductor bid no. And I did that the one time with Jerry, actually. I actually switched with him, and I asked him, I said, do you want the help, or would you prefer to do it yourself? And he said he'd prefer to do it himself. I said, okay. Which was fine. I didn't mind doing the conducting, but at the same time, I'm also busier doing other things too. So that's why I asked. So you ask, you find out. It's basically his train. And so what I do in here, work orders, okay. So there's a link here. The following I don't know what target means. Insert link. The target goes to new window. I think we might do that. Oh crap. I'm going to do that again. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to add the link. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to change this down here. Okay. So that's about it. And just like that, we now have CSX SAT, which is a local service. When I go back into managing the session and I look at the bid board, although it doesn't look like, oh, wait a minute. Let me go back to this for a second. Edit this. I'm going to show the bid board on listing. Projected trains, all that other wonderful mumbo jumbo. So this also shows you guys, if you're trying to create sessions, how to go and do that. I'm going to go back to session ops. There we go. So I'm already... I thought I said not to have a conductor. Okay. So I'm going to assign Jerry. Submit. So now he's in. So I've got about 20 minutes here. I'll see if I can do another one. Now that's a local train. Okay. There's I want to go to the home page for a second because I want to see what happens when I go into this. So where am I? Here we are. So when I go into this, it does say, it does have a view of the bid board. If I hit projected trains, it does show that. That's good. Not exactly the list that I want to have, but for now that works. And the road, I'm going to put the others as a road train, but anyways, that's what I'm going to do next. Now, the locals and the road trains are totally different. Once again, the road trains that I do have are only going to be those two, basically the only two we have that does any work is those 2B trains. There are other ones. There's some locals that operate over the main line a little bit, but they're considered, I consider them locals, whereas a road train is going to run the entire length between Syracuse and Selkirk. So I'll manage the session again. Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't want to do that just yet. I'm going to go back to this. So once again, we'll go ahead and we'll produce a title here. But before I do that, I got to find out what those particular titles are. So I go to my locals, and I can see this is the supply train. So B765, I know is at Selkirk, and it is available now. It started at 1900, but it's available. So B765, I can put the Selkirk project B765. I think that's what I said it was. Yep. And then I go to next. Go. So B765, I might want to make sure I'm the right one. Is the daily supply train that actually spawns on the port sub prototypical but allows work at Selkirk. Yeah, I could have had it spawn in the Selkirk. Self-departure. Yard. B765 once obtaining permission would then permission into Selkirk yard limits. Okay, so B765 once obtaining permission into Selkirk yard limits and then move forward, or sorry, can then set off cars with the following tags for these trains. And then from here I go over to here. What's B757? Did I miss that? Uh-oh. No. Didn't. Whew. That scared me for a minute because I didn't know what the hell B757 was, and then I just realized, oh, that's the Hudson stuff. So all I do is I just copy this. So the cars locked together in various sections of the train. Based on how Run8 decides to place them. So you may require more than one set off. Note all cars are set off on one, or set off on one available. Kicking is an option. Just be sure to set the brakes before it reaches east ladder of south departure yard. So again, I'm going to take a look at the pictures that I had just taken. This is the fourth one. Oh, there we go, fourth last. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, these take a while to get in here to oh crap. Did I escape that? Why? I thought I already had that open. Recent places. Let me try that again. I guess not. Blah 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 blah. Screenshots. Okay, whatever. Still in order. Yeah, I like this new way of doing it. I don't know how I did it before, but a lot better. I mean, Only thing you don't see is the caption, which is okay. Apply the change. Okay. I want to see the whole. It's fuzzy. Don't worry about that. It'll take a look. Oh, there's your caption. The hell's that? I want to get it below it, and I'm not sure why it's not allowing me to. There we go. Why is it going down here? I don't know how to spell that. Maybe this will tell me. It should actually. Da -da 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 -da. Schenectady. Schenectady. Oh, okay. Whatever. Self. Did I do that right? I still don't feel like I did that right. Oh, stop it. Schenectady. Schenectady? Did I do it right this time? Jesus, Murphy. I think I did. All right. Very nice. Once the set-offs are complete, the train moves westward on signal indication South Schenectady. Here the following tags are set off in the yard. So now, gotta get going in a few minutes, but yep. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, where am I here? Just like Selkirk, the tags can be spread out among the train in various blocks depending on how Run8 set it up. As well, once again, setting off cars should be set off either one track or in some cases either one available track or more if necessary, but not blocked, but not by industry, as in blocking. Hopefully that makes sense. Once set-offs are complete, the train would move westbound to Utica, setting off cars with the tags. UT1. This may show up in both an empty and loaded block of the train. After switching is complete, you should only have B768, B769 cars left for Syracuse. This train then proceeds to Syracuse to a track designated by the yardmaster's instructions. Tone dispatcher, the yardmaster is not on duty, which is going to be the case pretty much. Oh, zoom editing. Did I take pictures of that train? I thought I did. Didn't. Oh, that's okay, good enough. I'm getting really close on time here now. Okay, so I'll save that page. Another guide. Save that page. Okay. So under manage sessions, nope, headboard. I'm going to add a road train. How do I, the Selkirk project B760? Let me add the link like the other ones did. But that's okay. So for this one, it is B765. Yeah, it's a manifest. It is CSX. Do you really have to have stars? I don't care about the unit number. It's available at 7 p.m. Okay. Is required fuel. I really don't care what the engine is. Ah. What? I thought I said 7 p.m. Done. Oh, spawn location. Well, that might be the spawn location, but it's actually Selkirk. Well, it's already in the process, so. Oh, that changed. The URL is here. Okay. So let me go back to this here, and I'll manage my session. So I got B765, and I've got the others. So what I'll do here, because we're running short on time, and I got to get going. I'll go ahead with the forums, and I will put in the general okay. I added 2 guides in. That's all I had time for tonight. B765. Well, that's set. I assigned SAT to Jerry as it was in progress. Other trains available as mentioned above. Hopefully I will have guides in place Sunday, well before the session. Okay. So yeah, and then what we'll do is I forget the other number of the train. I believe B763. is the other train. Forget the symbol moment. That is currently at South Schenectady, where he will take all the cars and drop them off at Guilderland. Later in the evening, the only stuff that is left is blocking of the yards. Otherwise, all main lines are available. Bids available are only for B765 at this time. But again, hopefully I'll have time, I'll be able to add more. So anyways, yeah, I'm running short on time, guys. This takes a little bit more, but that's pretty much how you add, you go in and you do your documents, and you can see the pictures, you know, the Selkirk project set and the Selkirk project. They put them into the title, so that you can see them. And but it always shows up there. So when whenever a new guide or new something shows up, it always shows up in the wiki activity. So that's the place to see. Wiki activity if a new guide is showing up, and it is linking right now. Run8 servers is linking to these two. So hopefully I'll have more. We'll see if I have time to add them in. And I've already taken pictures of some of the catching areas for some of these trains, so or for some of these locals. So, but I don't have to worry about that until I come back, anyways. But did I do another one? Yeah. See, there's RJ1 the other night where I added photos for them. So I've already done this, so you guys all, yeah, I know they were asking. You just go into the wiki activity and you will be able to see tons of activity that's in here. We're not that active, but I mean, it goes back a long ways. So anyways, I gotta run, but hopefully that helps. And yeah, I meant to get the Guilderland local, but I didn't get to it, so we'll have to do that another time. Okay, and yeah, I'll close that down, and I am out of here for the weekend. So I will be back sometime on Sunday. Hopefully the weather's better, but if not, maybe I'll come by a little early and start doing the stream a little early. We'll see. Anyways, we will see you Sunday. Take care.